had a sick heart in my britches leg. Yeah, and I get pretty mad about that.
Hey folks, we thought we'd do something a little bit different and talk to a lifelong Harlan County coal miner who worked in the 70s, 80s, and into the 90s about his life mining coal in Harlan County. So he started mines when he was about 20 years old and left after that, went to Pontiac, Michigan to work on the...
I come back, I worked on the outside for a man.
So when you come back from Michigan, you worked on the outside of the mines?
Yeah, for Walter Skidmore.
You worked for him outside the mines?
Yeah, I worked outside and took a load trucks.
And you finally got back in the mines, right?
I went inside after all.
Well, let me ask you something. Tell us what it was like to get up early in the morning, probably a long time before daylight, wasn't it?
Yeah, I never got up anything, dragging me out. Get up 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning.
4 or 5 in the morning. Get ready to go to work.
Yeah.
What did you do when you got there?
I put my gears on.
That take a while?
Yeah, sometimes I take and put them on before I got there.
Okay, let me ask you something. How did you get back in the mines?
Well, the old way I rode scoops in. The old first mine.
What did you ride? You was telling me a story about you rode the belt as long as the inspector wasn't looking. Tell us that.
Working at the Wilcox.
Yeah.
We all go in at day and morning. The mine inspector out there, we used to get in the scoop or snook on our edge, turn it to the back and got rode into the belly.
Get on the belt?
Yeah.
Well, you wasn't supposed to do that.
It's just like.
Did you ever?
Well, as I worked there.
Did you ever get caught?
Yeah, he stayed us going. I want to see you. It took up that one.
What did he say?
We protested and we in there. We went in there and we rode anyway. We went there.
It's dangerous work, wasn't it?
Yeah, ain't nothing good about it.
When was the first time you got hurt? Did you ever get hurt with anything in the mines?
Not sir, I got my hand cut with miner rope. My fingers almost out. I had a few rock falls on my St. Jack's.
Yeah.
We're back to Wilcox.
Yeah. Now is that as your job? You
I seen mine fall in. I broke my arm. We did.
Wow.
We come almost got it.
So you seen them fall in and y'all run away from them?
Seen it dribble. You know?
You see that before it
Seen
fall?
it dribble and we're gone and it fell. By the time you don't go through it dribble, you had it.
Wow. Wow. That just happened one time, or did you see that?
I done it 2 or 3 times. I mean, I worked in different mines.
Oh,
I worked at Dry Lake. It falling in as you work. I quit there.
Wow.
And I got a brother killed there.
Oh, you did? You lost a brother at that mines.
I got covered up twice. And they kicked the rock up there.
Oh. Tell us about that, how you lost him. Tell us about how you lost your brother. I think you said he's working an extra shift.
He's working. He never was in the mines there. He doesn't know spirits much in the mines. He worked there about 3 days and he got killed.
Just 3 days?
Yeah.
Didn't you tell me he was working like a double shift because he's wanting to pay a car off?
Yeah, he double shifted. He worked overtime, good.
Didn't you tell me that you had warned him about that mines?
Yeah, I worked there before. I quit. You have to run 3 laps or something.
And that's when he got killed in?
You can't work when you get scared just by what's hanging up.
And you'd warned him about working there? What happened the night he got killed?
I didn't know about the last minute, and they had the roadblock down there, and all people went through her had been forever. And the ambulances up there getting him out there, and they said Louis trapped in there, but they had the boys go tell me the rest of it. He's trapped there. They got to him yet. And they already know that he got covered up. Won't tell me.
There's a rock fall.
Big rock, 2 rock falls. So they filled in again. My inspector will let him look for it.
Wow.
Well, I'm going there and get him because he filled in 9 twice.
Wow.
After he was done killed.
And that was the very mines you'd worked at, and
I worked there maybe a week before that.
And you'd warned your brother not to work there. Wow. What's the? I know a lot of people on the TV shows and stuff. They'll see coal miners walking around in the mines. That's not the typical coal mines in Harlan County. You work low coal usually in Harlan County.
I work 30 inches.
30 inches of coal.
Turns I did.
Crawl around. That's just a barely over 2 feet, so that's barely room to crawl.
Some places you have to lay down and get through. What took weight.
Crawl on your belly?
Yeah, it's scary, man.
Wow. You was telling me a story about you worked it so low the first time you worked it, you come out.
Yeah, I come out my neck side, boy, my head broke. I got straight back up. I said, what's wrong? I said, man, it's killing me here.
Took you a while to get used to it. Was there water and stuff you worked in?
Lord, man, go through stuff like that. You don't know about this.
You ended up doing it the rest of your life, though, didn't you?
Made a matter of it.
Yeah. Was there water and stuff you worked in?
Oh, yeah, I went through water on the belt line. You got to take the free water first thing in the morning. You wet, you come outside, it's real cold, and it start freezing on your legs. Your legs freeze up.
Wow. So working water on the bottom
Yeah,
and
I
roof
be
on the
sweating
top.
too. I worked hard. You know, I sweat a lot in the work.
What's the worst conditions you worked in that you can remember?
I worked in some bad places before. I can't remember which ones it was. They all bad. Good top got better than any of the rest. You can't careful on a good top. That's what gets you. You bad top all the time watching.
Yeah. So actually, if it's good, that's dangerous because you get
because
comfortable.
you ain't comfortable, you ain't scared.
Yeah. You get comfortable and relax, and that's when something
You get scared
happens.
too. You're going to good top sometimes, but it's not as good as you think it is.
Yeah. You tell me a story about you had swapped places with a man.
I swapped places
killed.
with
I think his name was Paul.
Paul Tavers. He get down to Daybreak, correct?
Yeah.
I switched places that dinner. We switched places, and I got off from that place and we ate dinner. He went back up on my place, and the big old, that boy part, my brother-in-law part of the vine root, his jarring at the top, it filled in on him, big rock filled in on him, big kilobottom. They call kilobottoms?
Yeah.
Big old horseback.
You said it was so close to you, you felt the air off of it.
Yeah, I felt the wind, and if it hit him, it didn't make too much noise, it just made wind. And my brother-in-law went on places, and everybody took care of him. I stayed with him, just scoop him, got him.
Your brother-in-law was working the mine?
We gave him under the rock. We had 15 men get picked it up. Got it up, no, we could jerk him out of it.
Yeah. And you stayed with him basically till
I
he
stayed with
passed?
him till the scoop come got him. That's all I wanted to do.
Wow.
I stayed right with him.
And he was breathing that time?
That boy, she ever got hurt in the mines or trapped, so he pinned on me to stay with him. And that boy did. Because I wouldn't leave you.
Well, you seen a lot when you worked in mines, didn't you?
I bet the fellow Kyle was getting killed. I got rock fall coming in on me. My brother was on the side over there, and the rock fell in right beside him. Big old rock hole. He cut up scoop up.
A lot of close calls.
Yeah.
A lot of mine. You was telling me a story of a miner who was riding in and he raised up his head.
He hadn't been working long. Skidmore man. He raised up before he got outside, and I was in front of it. And I turned around and hollered, not do that. And he big old cross tile on hit him in the head there before he get outside.
He
He turned around and knocked him crazy, you know. Now, they cut the belt off, so he went over the big mountain then.
Yeah.
They cut the belt off and put a thing over his head, put a knot in it. They took him to the hospital. Put his skull right here. And
He lived over that, or?
deal. He hurt him real bad.
I think he said he didn't work anymore in the
I
mines.
think he quit.
Now, you was telling me a story about a man got his arm hurt in the mines. You remember that?
Arm hurt.
Yeah, you said he got his arm jerked off.
Yeah, got jerked out. He stuck in the head, he's getting a rock out, and he jerked in. I had a brother, my brother got his finger jerked off down there.
Oh my goodness.
He put it back on, they put it back on, he found it. Doctor put it back on, and he saved it.
Sewed it back home, but you seen a man get his whole arm tore off like that.
I didn't see him. He got it down in mines like that. I didn't work with him.
Oh, you knew him. Okay. What is it like when you ride back in that mines and go in that darkness? What are you thinking, especially the first time you do it?
I go back in there, it's kind of scary when I first rode the belt line. Getting off, you didn't know how to get off, you get hurt. I grabbed one hand, let it sling me out.
Had to learn everything hard way, did you?
Had to come out my arm cut one hand, like that, and got off the belt. Boy stayed behind me to make sure I got up there.
Tell us, how many kids did you have?
Huh?
How many kids did you have?
3.
Had 3 kids and a wife.
2 boys and a girl.
They was looking for you to support them, so you had to get out of bed and go
Yeah.
take care of. You just recently lost your wife a couple of years ago, didn't you, to cancer?
Yeah. Well, I used to hand load coal. I started out hand loading coal. Had load 15 a day. You went downstairs, Benton. They all 2-ton cars.
So you started out hand loading coal. How
15
did you do that?
That 15 cars were loaded. They shoot it down and cut it with a machine.
Yeah.
Shoot it down and we load it.
With a shovel?
Shovel, another full shovel.
How many cars you had to load?
They holler if you slack down the side, I can't hear no ringing up there.
So the shovels got quite the bosses.
Yeah,
hauled
holler
down.
at you for some more.
How long did you do that? That sounds like really hard work.
I done it now Concrete with Parsons. If you didn't get 15 cars a day, you didn't stay there.
Wow. So you load 15
Yeah,
cars?
down loading, but then it was quitting time.
Wow.
They wouldn't wait on you.
So how long was the day? When you get there, what, like early in the morning?
Yeah, I go
6?
about, we go in at 7. We go down about 3, 4, 6 and go in at 7. I live close there, where is that though?
When did you get out?
When
was the quitting time?
About 3.
About 3 o'clock?
You have to have all the cars loaded by that time.
3, so,
And everybody's off, you had to load dirt coal in their places if you volunteer for it.
yeah.
I volunteered for one, I was home with dinner. Walked on it.
Wow.
I loaded 15 of them. That boys that got laid out in 15, I loaded mine. How many cars that been?
That's
2
30,
15s,
30
30 cars.
cars. You loaded 30 cars
home with dinner.
on the dinner.
I worked in who's place and they started getting me to load some more.
I hear you was pretty popular because you worked harder than some people, and
Yeah.
I heard from your family there that you was really popular with the mine bosses. They wanted you working
Yeah.
in their mines.
It was a General Motors too. They sent me my badge and I worked there before I got my badge and they sent my badge to me and my check to me. I didn't pick my check with it. They wrote a letter in there, want me to come back.
You ever regret not staying in Michigan? You ever regret coming back to the coal mines?
Yeah, back in, you make good money. It was good money back in, but the rents are darn high. You didn't have much to say.
Yeah. What was your regular job in the mines after they stopped?
Dating jack, timbers.
Oh, how do you do that?
I pull that jack and I stayed up and they'd kick it in and cut coal and then you come back, the other guy done the same on the other side. And then if I say timbers, I was the best timberman they had. They put me in my street, come after I'm taking timbers. I was a 7-5.
So you worked right behind the miner like that?
Yeah, I worked right in front, where the all dust is at.
Wow.
Worked down there at daybreak, you couldn't see your hand. You couldn't see the men, it looked dingy, the light did. The water cut off the miner, he still worked right on.
Wow. So they keep on working there's water that sprays on the miner.
That's how I got my
keep the
hand
dust
cut.
down.
I got cut because of the dust and that boy couldn't see.
As you couldn't see.
He run
So if the water quit spraying on the miner to kill the coal dust, they keep working.
They didn't want
right?
to shut down though to fix it.
Shut down.
We'd eat dinner, 2 go eat, and 2 come back. 2 go eat, 2 come back. And you had to eat real quick.
I bet you did. Now, what's the temperature like in the mines? Is it cold in the winter and hot in the summer, or pretty much the same?
It's cool back in the mines, but if you get there working, you're gonna sweat. And I got air back, send air in there, and sometimes you out don't out and let your air. Not your hard back, but they keep the brightest you do.
So back basically, if in the mines, you don't know if it's winter or summer outside
You can't tell.
till you come out. I bet you.
I like where it's working in the winter time. It's warm back there. It's seen me like.
Now let me ask you something. How is that on your knees when you're working at 30-inch coal?
Oh, I had a bad knee. They turned me out of mine over at 30 Glens. I could have been drawing a check if I had any sense. It still bothers me. Right there, they downstairs and they took a teacup full of infection out of it. That nurse told me.
From crawling around so long in the mines.
They had me stretched down. I went, it wasn't numb. They had me tied to the bed, on that bed, that doctor said.
How long was it after that you went back to work?
My leg.
Yeah.
I was off quite a while. My leg. I draw a little old bitty chest for a while.
And then you went right
They
back.
send you back to work before you get well, really.
Yeah. Right back on your knee again.
Back on the knee, just red right now, it stays red.
Wow. You've had a lot of lung trouble too.
Yeah.
And,
I got black lung now. Well, like I'm doggos. They couldn't do it. They just pay me money.
why'd they call them dog holes?
I just call them doggos. You take a dog, go back in one.
I've heard them called that before, so yeah. So
That's not that proper.
So some of them was in such a shape they just paid the miners cash off the books.
Yeah.
So
Back then,
maybe they wasn't even supposed to be mining those.
they tried to beat their income taxes.
Yeah. So,
Beat
So-
the government.
the way I figured, if you started when you was 20 years old, you started around 1962, and you worked into the 90s. So that's 30 years or more you worked in the mines. That's a long time underground. Now, when you first go to work, the other miners makes it awful hard on the greenhorn, don't they?
Yeah, they just sick. I done sick hard to my break your legs.
I said far to your pants leg.
Yeah, and I get pretty mad about that.
I bet you did.
I told one guy was over. They done it over at Terry Glenn's lost him. New man did. I go over this. I said, next burns me, I'm gonna floorboard him.
That was rough.
They quit done me that way.
I mean, I've heard stories of them
They
greasing
pulled,
miners.
I had them. Well, I worked down there. The boss and everybody pulled the breeches off my boy. Took the breeches off. Took a knife, cut them, pulled them off.
How do you go home?
He come out. He made shorts out of it. Cut through it.
Yeah.
Made a pair of shorts. I said, I hope the mine inspector in there you come out with a pair of shorts.
Well, that's rough. I guess you have to do something to get your mind off how dangerous it is, though, don't you?
Boss done that boy like that.
Goodness.
They pulled him down the road and put the catboard. Busted him with catboard. They put that grease on there.
Yeah.
Grease,
Now, I've heard of the
Catboard.
catboard new
That's
miners
catboard,
got.
yeah.
I've heard everybody who worked in the mines talk about that.
A new boy, they come in there and they asked him first thing, you ever been greasing catboard? He said, no. They grab him up, 5 of them with. They hold him down and pull his pants down.
Oh.
They grease his butt and they're Tommy grabbed it and put big hands for right in the butt. Catboard is where you wedge your timbers. It's a little slab about like that. It looks like a paddle wheel. One end's sharp on the end, the other we drive it on a tender, put the tender, squeeze. Oh, timber in there. That's what they whoop you with. That's what they whoop you with.
That's rough.
We didn't have no running water and we'd out to caramel water.
Very water boy.
Bapped in a little old number 3 tub. I went to Jenny one day and bought a big old long one like a bathtub. Water cows on it.
Yeah, got a big
Big
tub.
like them cows in a cow fight.
You ever eat any bologna?
Yeah, I eat bologna.
You take it to work.
I take it to
once?
work sometimes and they give me stomach burn. I bet quit taking it. I eat something sweet and give me stomach burn. Eat a banana, Lord have mercy, gone.
I hadn't thought about that. There's a lot of rats back there in the mountains.
Oh yeah, when they take off, when they get to a bad place, they take off, you better go behind them because they know what's coming in.
So if you see the rats
You
run,
see rats running and getting away, you know.
you better follow them.
You better go out with them.
So in a way, that's kind of good they're back there.
They stick their head against the timber and listen. That's smart in the mountains. They save people's lives sometimes, man.
Wow. Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, the old miners tell you about it. I'm gonna eat all my lunch up and I cut a hole in my bag on top of it, climbed that timber and cut a hole in my timber in a bag, and the food filled out. It was on the ground. I went there to eat. I went on there to eat. I didn't have that. I had a half of a cake. Red percentages I'll eat up that bologna stuff.
Rat left you
I
half
like
of a cake.
it. They didn't chew around too much fast wouldn't.
The rat left you half of a cake.
Half a cake. I said, I ain't gonna eat the rest of it. I would if I drank my coffee, got the lid off, they probably drank my coffee.
One of your kids told me that they always look forward to you coming home because you would leave a cake or two in your lunch.
Yeah, I
for
left
them.
it. I got to talk to my dad. He come in, I'd wait on him to come in from work. I stayed up till he come in. I'd be asleep. I couldn't hardly open my eyes open. He come in about 1 o'clock. He had to walk to work most times. Walk
Hey,
home.
your daddy was coal miner?
Yeah, he bring me back a sandwich. That's one of their sandwiches been in the coal mines.
So you was eating coal miner food long before you was
Yeah.
coal mining.
I couldn't wait to eat that coal mine. I see what it tastes like.
So your daddy,
He bring me a bologna sandwich or whatever he eat at. He brings me back some.
so you said you worked with your daddy a little bit.
Yeah, I worked there. I got the machine. I saved my jack or two in there and learned how to work. That's what mine was in. I went over and worked there.
So you got to work with your daddy a little bit.
I went in there and watched him run a miner. They all bragged that good he was. I went in there and watched him cut that Jeffrey miner. Cutting coal.
So yes, that's how you
He
learned
cut
that.
2 places while I was in there talking to him. He's good at that. He wouldn't leave no, do like he keeps straight. Everybody bragged on cutting coal.
Well, that's how you learned the mining from your daddy. Now, that's something. Your daddy died young, didn't he?
Yeah, he died young, really young. I forgot how old he was.
What was it? What was it killed him?
Black lung.
Black lung.
Lungs he got. Different work I done. I done a lot of dead work. Most time I worked hard work. In Jackson,
What was you saying about they work you to death in some mines?
somebody you just couldn't do enough for them.
No matter what you done, they wanted more.
Most of them pretty well. I was satisfied my work I done. Sometimes I work with them and they make it pretty hard on some of them. Some wanting when bosses, I quit sometimes. I never was fired. I always quit.
You was never fired? Now you told me earlier that sometimes when you'd quit, that the mine boss would come to the house.
They come back after me.
They get you to come back.
They say, "Go get that man, boy. He was a good worker."
So that's something to say. You worked all those years in the mines, over 30 years, and you was never
I
fired.
never had no complaints from work. Everybody bragged on me. Yeah, I couldn't have worked that long if we didn't have a good wife and good meals to come in.
She kept you fed good.
Pretty well, good, yeah.
How long was you married?
51 years.
51 years. I guess you miss her, don't you?
Yeah, I miss her real bad. Think about her every day. Days is real long to work in coal mine sometimes. When you done dead work, it's real long.
What's dead work?
Dead work, done work like it need to be done.
Okay.
People now want young about what they were talking about. What are you talking about? Dead work. What is that? We cut brakes and we cut brakes, we rob it. We rob it means getting the dial out.
Now, what's robbing the mines? I've heard of that.
Getting this long wall, it all the way around. Getting it out. Cutting brakes and everything else. Long wall. We got long wall.
So you do that when you're done with the mines?
Yeah, then when they come back out, they cut their way back out and only fall in front of them.
So that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. That's how my brother got killed.
Oh, that is?
Long wall, yeah. That's why I quit. Top was too bad for that long wall. No timber in sight.
So you seen how bad the top was in there for the kind of mining they was
Looked like a
doing.
big city in there when you get there.
He went in there, and I think you told me the reason he went and worked there. He was working a double shift.
Yeah, he didn't know too much about mine. He had been there long.
And said he had a car he's trying to pay off, so he went and worked that second
I worked with him
shift.
down I got him a job down on Frank Street where I worked at
Yeah.
Dave Branch. And he was a good worker. He worked a little down there. We went up there and for some reason he quit down there and went. That's a crazy place.
After he got killed. He's pretty young, wasn't he, when he got killed? And how old was he?
21.
Your brother was 21 when he got killed?
I believe it was 20 or 21.
Yeah. What was that? What, wasn't there another boy killed with him?
Yeah. Boy with Kaywood. I forget his name.
So. Now, what's the worst memory you got of mining for all those years,
Worst memory.
other than your brother?
That time when Al Tyree got killed, that was the scariest day I had.
You stayed with him, didn't you?
Yeah.
I guess that bears on your mind a lot, don't it?
I had mines fall in there pretty scary. I'd already see a fall before.
You didn't the first time you seen one?
Yeah, first in it was scary. Next I've been in 2 or 3 was real bad. Gilmer break one about 100 yards, 50 yards, something like that. come up close where that we went a little break down the boss did. He fell down up right where we at and he quit. He had a lot of experience, that mining man did, out
Yeah.
of Virginia.
Yeah.
He said, "You'll sit this break here, it'll come up this way." He pretty well did. He worked that out. He went to Virginia and his boy come and told me one day, I was getting hang clothes out. He come running down there. They said, "You hear about my dad getting killed over Virginia on the coal mine?" Didn't I? No. I really.
Would you do it again? Would you go back in the coal mines if he's healthy?
Nope.
Well, that's an honest enough answer. Wouldn't go back if he's healthy.
He'll go back.
You do something else.
I still have good lungs. I didn't go in there.
Yeah.
I ain't got no bad lungs. I want to go over that again.
You've had some health issues, ain't you? Black lung and
Black lung and
heart surgery.
heart surgeries and pacemakers and hernias repaired and still a plate in my arm might come out. Get that arm I put.
Yeah, you wore your shoulder out coal mine and it caught up
pulling them
with you in
cables.
old age.
Jerking that them cables.
Yeah. Had to have that worked
That's
out.
the worst part. I hated that jerking cable, pulling the board box up.
Now, how did you do that? Why did you have to do
A
that?
whole bunch of guys get down there, and then when you go to another place, you got to pull all that cable up and over how to cut.
Yeah.
Because that's the box you run on. You pull that cable and it's a bit bigger around it.
Wow.
Halfway out the mine felt like. Yeah, sometimes you go out, you hear the neck plate up. They'll keep the splice knot on and cut them too.
Yeah.
You juice them, they got more.
I said it was heavy. Is that the copper cables over here?
Yeah,
People.
they're that big, right? See that big boy right there.
Wow.
Insulation on it.
That had to be pretty heavy.
Yeah, all the men's lines didn't know, put between the legs to us,
Yeah.
pull it, and you wouldn't stop. They got out like power cold, you don't want to be like a jerk off.
Oh.
I never do anything in mine's crawl. I had a bad knee.
Yeah.
They put me down dead work. Ooh, I hate that.
Rather do anything to mines than crawl.
Yeah.
You've done anything.
Crawl
as long as
bothered
you-
me.
Oh,
I had bad knees. My brother worked without knee pads. I worked time too without them. I got my knee hurt. I duck walk.
I ain't good on your knees either.
Duck walk, get down, walk,
Yeah.
be sliding, my leg be so sore.
I ain't good on your knees either.
Not too good in 38 inch cold, 30 inches.
I don't guess what's the highest cold you ever worked?
40 inches.
That's it, 40 inches. So you never got to work in one of them big mines you can stand up in.
I stayed them,
You seen them?
but they say it's hard work to do. You stand up and you hurt your back all the time.
Wow.
You do more work on your knees, you will stand up.
You ever think about being back under that earth so far back in there with no
Way
light?
back there, sometimes you get back there and study now. What that falls in over there? I'm gonna get out of here. I thought about that a lot.
Yeah.
What if everybody gets out? Well, I don't know the way out here. You think everything you working on much. What if my light goes out, me down there done the work by myself? It wouldn't be a bad one.
Yeah. Yep.
Dark as the sun, you hear that darker it is a dungeon.
Yeah.
Darker in the mines.
Wow.
Knee pads, you have to get out, take them loose sometimes. That cold, fine cold gets in there, and they put little bruises on you, and they turn like rifles on. I mean, I check them out every time.
How often you wear them out?
That's why Cat, my brother, didn't wear them because it done him because he worked without them. He duck walked.
You wear them out often?
The knee pads, yeah, it wouldn't last too long. And some boys come there got a job, he knowed everything. He took schooling, he knowed everything outside. Come there, didn't know nothing. Didn't know a thing. He just knowed it with a book.
But a book. Didn't know what to do.
Guess what he done? He come in mine.
What?
He come in mine, sit down on his butt and start working. I said, don't make my knee pad for your butt. Go outside and tell me about work and get in there, didn't know nothing. Didn't know what to do. Stood there and watched us work. Stayed on his butt.
So what you're saying, really the only way to learn mining really good is to go in and do it.
Go in and do it yourself. Kind of watch the other guys. I trained a lot of guys working. I was safety, my safety man having down the last place I worked.
Last place you worked?
I went up there for Freeman Cellar, and they had boys working up there on the coal. They didn't know how to get that coal down. I take that big long shovel, shove all the dust down there, and that scoop hit it all filled out. He said, "We run twice more coal since you come here." He said, "I'm gonna give you a raise." And that boy like him with a scoop, and I quit. He cut it and run me in the rib, hurt my rib.
Wow.
He cut that thing right there, and that little brake place would better kill me. Jeff Freeman, he made so put me in charge of it. Pipe work, I left my knee pads one day and a cap too. And Cap said, "Well, I got a cap for you from Tennessee." He said, I got a cap and a light too. He said, "I would turn to a bird party."
You worked with a guy named Calpatty.
Calpatty, we call him Calpatty when his name was called. He go down the creek and bath down there in that branch before we went home.
Well, that's rough in the wintertime.
Once he got a big horse out in mine. Yeah, Tom, you got a horse out here with me. He had one of that hot cable and he was driving there. It was getting hot. He driving, he said that. We go on a bit louder going over. Come on, Patty. God, you got to head duck his head, keeping the clothes in. He said, "Get your clothes and come out so you get that big horse today." He did, he washed his clothes out of there.
And he's from Tennessee.
He didn't want to get his car dirty, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Tennessee. Come on, he moved to Millersboro, but he was after Tennessee. He was a good worker.
You're telling me a story about what they would say if your battery started going dead and your light started going out on you in the mines. Tell us that.
Well, two boys mad and the boss hollered, said, "Betty, your lights are going out." Said, "Somebody stepping out, your wife stepping out on you." He got the bed line out there, he went.
He laughed. He actually believed
He
it.
said, "My light's going, I'm quitting." So
he believed it and went home to check on his wife.
That people started dying laughing then, boys.
And that was something.
Now he bought that, didn't he? They tell me that every time my light goes out.
So that was something, but that one boy believed it.
He chewed back around. Mine, you couldn't just chew me. He gave it, chewed the backer out, and he put chungo in with it. He said, "Make the last longer." He said, "You try it. You try it." He talked about it. He said, "You try it. That's the way you do it." He said, "Say about you, say down backer." Well, said, "Where'd you spit it, Dad? I never see you spit, Henry." He said, "Me swallow it." He said, "Me see you." He went, I swallowed it. He said, "You swallowed it, see?" He said, "Don't it make you sick?" He said, "That tell me, it'll make me sick as a dog right down there." He said, "Don't bother me a bit. We swallow it backward." He said, "These boys spit it on the ground. I get my hands in and make them mad."
Mac, I want to thank you for sharing a little bit of your life with us and some stories about mining coal in Harlan County. Now, if the people that watches this video wants to hear some more stories about your life, we may have to do another one.
I got a lot to tell.
All righty. Well, thank you. God bless you. Long life to you. What do we say? The video's over.
Bye.
There you go.